Crystal chandeliers casting prisms upon my designer gown. The wealthiest, most miserable woman in this opulent town. Mascara ruins the exquisite imported foreign silk. Crying over spilled champagne instead of crying over milk.
Straightening my custom tuxedo in the polished looking glass, pretending to belong entirely to the upper elite class. A silver limousine is waiting patiently in the driveway, ready to chauffeur this pathetic hollow masquerade away. We possess an absolute fortune, swimming in pure gold. But emotionally speaking, we are terribly bankrupt and old. The paparazzi flash their lenses, capturing a fake smile, hiding the overwhelming tragedy behind an elegant profile. Weeping velvet tears, soft and incredibly plush, spilling onto pearls in the wealthy midnight hush. A luxurious depression that money simply cannot cure. Suffering in high society, feeling terribly insecure. Velvet tears staining the extremely expensive rug, addicted to the glamorous life like a destructive drug. The penthouse suite offers an immaculate panoramic view, but the marble pillars feel like a prison built for two. Caviar tastes like ashes upon my aristocratic tongue, the saddest aristocratic melody that anyone has ever sung. Diamonds wrap around my neck, an incredibly heavy chain, a glittering brilliant collar amplifying my internal pain. I wander through the sprawling estate, a captive in my home, a solitary empress reigning within a gigantic lonely dome. We possess an absolute fortune, swimming in pure gold. But emotionally speaking, we are terribly bankrupt and old. The paparazzi flash their lenses, capturing a fake smile, hiding the overwhelming tragedy behind an elegant profile. Velvet tears, soft and incredibly plush, spilling onto pearls in the wealthy midnight hush. A luxurious depression that money simply cannot cure. Suffering in high society, feeling terribly insecure. Velvet tears staining the extremely expensive rug, addicted to the glamorous life like a destructive drug. Prestigious melancholy remains entirely uncured. You cannot purchase a genuine laugh with a
playing this incredibly wealthy role is extraordinarily hard. Drip softly, shine bright, look rich, feel poor. Weep in velvet tears, soft and incredibly plush, spilling onto pearls in the wealthy midnight hush. Luxurious depression that money simply cannot cure. Suffering in high society, feeling terribly insecure. Velvet tears staining the extremely expensive rug. Addicted to the glamorous life, like a destructive drug. Wipe your eyes, fix your hair, smile for them. Curtain falls. The solar eclipse casts a terrifying gloom overhead, painting the afternoon sky a terrifying bruised red. I watch your silhouette standing by the bedroom door, a dark apparition that I cannot recognize anymore. The luminance has vanished from your beautiful brown eyes, replaced by an abyss of complicated, twisted lies. I carry a brass lantern, but the kerosene has run dry, wandering blindly beneath this darkened twilight sky. My chest cavity feels like a damp subterranean cave, trapped inside this emotional, suffocating grave. The sun retreated behind a massive blocking moon, turning our joyful morning into a dreadful afternoon. The lack of illumination breeds terrible lurking ghosts. We are serving as unwilling, miserable, haunted hosts. The twilight creeps inward, consuming the vibrant day, chasing every single ounce of brilliant light away. Living with a shadowed heart, completely deprived of sun, a terrifying darkness that simply cannot be outrun. A total eclipse blocking out the affection we need, planting a nocturnal poisonous miserable seed. Shadowed heart beating slowly in the pitch black night, surrendering completely without putting up a fight. The umber spreads quickly across the living room wall, waiting for the inevitable, terrifying curtain to fall. I reach out to grab your hand, but grasp only the air, stumbling around in this pitch black atmosphere. I try to strike a flint, but the sparks refuse to catch. We are completely incompatible, a terrible mismatch. The shadows grow taller, morphing into terrifying shapes, blocking out all the viable, accessible escapes. The lack of illumination breeds terrible lurking ghosts. We are serving as unwilling,
nocturnal, poisonous, miserable sea. Shadowed heart, beating slowly in the pitch black night, surrendering completely without putting up a fight. Requires a genuine, radiant beam, but we are living entirely inside a nocturnal dream. The darkness is absolute, a thick impenetrable cloak, choking out the fire until there is only smoke. Lights out, total dark, cannot see, blind love, living with the shadowed heart, completely deprived of sun. A terrifying darkness that simply cannot be outrun. A total eclipse, blocking out the affection we need, planting a nocturnal, poisonous, miserable seed. Shadowed heart, beating slowly in the pitch black night, surrendering completely without putting up a fight. Welcome night, embrace the dark, no more dawn, shadows win. Cigarettes and cheap cigars, clouding up the air. I can barely see your figure sitting in that chair.
The ventilation fan is broken,
spinning way too slow, suffocating in this haze with nowhere else to go.
my lungs are coughing up the residue of our defeat.
Trapped inside this parlor, sweating from the heat. The ashtray overflows with unfiltered debris, obscuring the reality of what we used to be. Breathing in the toxins, choking on the fume, navigating blindly through this hazy tomb. Our vision gets distorted by the nicotine, the most polluted atmosphere I have ever seen. Trapped inside the smoky room, gasping for a breath, dancing on the borderline of a romantic death. We lit the match together, now we inhale the smog, wandering completely lost inside a toxic fog. A smoky room, stinging both my watering eyes, hiding all the ugly truths behind a gray disguise.
The wallpaper is peeling, stained a dirty brown, just like the reputation of this grimy little town. I strike a flint, but there is no oxygen to spare, just a heavy blanket of polluted, filthy air.
I try to find the exit sign, but the bulb is blown. Standing in the crowded lounge, yet I feel entirely alone. Every conversation is muffled by the thick exhaust, calculating the incredibly high emotional cost. Breathing in the toxins, choking on the fume, navigating blindly through this hazy tomb. My vision gets distorted by the nicotine, the most polluted atmosphere I have ever seen. Trapped inside the smoky room, gasping for a breath, dancing on the borderline of a romantic death. We lit the match together, now we inhale the smog, wandering completely lost inside a toxic fog. A smoky room, stinging both my watering eyes, hiding all the ugly truths behind a gray disguise.
but the latch is rusted shut, the glass is much too thick. Inhaling all these promises is making me so sick. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, cough it up, cannot breathe. Trapped inside the smoky room, gasping for a breath, dancing on the borderline of a romantic death. We lit the match together, now we inhale the smog, wandering completely lost inside a toxic fog. The smoky room, stinging both my watering eyes, hiding all the ugly truths behind a gray disguise. Air is clearing, lungs are aching, cigarette crushed. Walk outside. Staring at the digital map, glowing bright upon my screen, calculating the mass of geography sitting right between different time zones, making our communication completely out of sync, pushing my sanity rapidly toward the treacherous brink.
Driving past the state line, reading the faded welcome board, living entirely out of a suitcase in an old beaten up Ford. The AM radio crackles with a terrible buzzing static hiss, trying to ignore the comforting hometown that I intensely miss. The cell tower
Signal drops as I drive through the mountain pass,
looking at the blurry horizon
through a bug-splattered glass. Thousands of miles separated, now weary traveling souls taking unexplainable tolls on our ultimate romantic goals, singing the distant blues, separated by the interstate, wondering if the separation is an act of cruel fate, a geographic nightmare tearing us completely apart, an agonizing marathon running directly through my heart. Distant blues spanning oceans, rivers, and the endless plains, riding on different airplanes, catching separate passing trains,
eating greasy pancakes in a lonely roadside diner booth, pouring terrible black coffee while searching for the truth. The waitress calls me honey,
but it does not sound the same.
nobody in this entire time zone
Even knows my middle name. Postage stamps and handwritten letters piled upon the desk, trying to keep our connection from turning grotesque. I trace your familiar handwriting with my index finger, allowing the romantic sentiment to temporarily linger.
The cell tower signal drops
as I drive through the mountain pass,
endless plains, riding on different airplanes, catching separate passing trains. Satellites floating in orbit, beaming down a delayed text, constantly wondering exactly what is gonna happen next. We are just two tiny dots on a massive spinning globe, waiting patiently for a miracle, maintaining endless hope. Keep driving, keep flying, far away, never close. Oh, singing the distant blues, separated by the interstate, wondering if the separation is an act of cruel fate, a geographic nightmare tearing us completely apart. An agonizing marathon running directly through my heart. Distant blue, spanning oceans, rivers, and the endless plains, riding on different airplanes, catching separate passing trains. Engine stops, call connects, delay remains, miles apart. I left the vintage bicycle outside during the pouring rain. Now the pedals refuse to turn on the stiffened jam chain. The beautiful chrome handlebars are covered in an orange crust, transforming our shiny vehicle into a pile of useless dust.
The iron gateway screeches loudly when I push it open wide, exposing the junkyard of broken promises
Sitting right inside,
flakes of brown oxidation fall onto the muddy gravel path,
a chemical reaction resulting from my terrible, stubborn wrath. The moisture in the atmosphere slowly ate away the steel, corroding the foundation, destroying everything we feel. Neglect is a corrosive acid, chewing through the solid plate. Realizing the structural damage has been discovered too late. This is a rust in love, decaying in the dirty backyard. Trying to salvage the wreckage is incredibly, impossibly hard. We forgot to oil the hinges, we forgot to apply the grease, watching our mechanical connection break piece by piece. Rusting love, an oxidized monument of sheer neglect, a dilapidated structure we completely failed to protect.
I turn the ignition key, but the motor simply will not start. A metaphor for the terrible condition
of my hardened heart.
The hood is welded shut by years of absolute disregard,
Parked permanently inside this overgrown Padlock on the cellar door lacks a matching functional key, sealing away the treasure chest of what we used to be. I scrape the surface with a wire brush, trying to find a shine, but the decay goes much deeper than the visible outer line. The moisture in the atmosphere slowly ate away the steel, corroding the foundation, destroying everything we feel. Neglect is a corrosive acid, chewing through the solid plate. Realizing the structural damage has been discovered too late. This is a rust in love, decay in the dirty backyard. Trying to salvage the wreckage is incredibly, impossibly hard. We forgot to oil the hinges, we forgot to apply the grease, watching our mechanical connection break piece by piece. Rusting love, an oxidized monument of sheer neglect, a dilapidated structure we completely fail to protect. We once gleamed like polished silver sitting in the bright sun, but the devastating process of weathering has officially won. No amount of polish can reverse this brutal chemical toll. We are just metallic scraps, lacking a functional beating soul. The metal grinds, gears like flakes fall, corrode completely. This is a rust in love, this is a rust in love, dirty backyard, dirty backyard. Trying to salvage the wreckage is incredibly, impossibly hard, impossibly hard. We forgot to oil the hinges, we forgot to apply the grease, watching our mechanical connection break piece by piece. Rust in love, an oxidized monument of sheer neglect, a dilapidated structure we completely fail to protect. Scrape it off, toss it out, scrapyard calls, nothing left. I look into the vanity mirror, but my reflection is torn. A distorted image of a woman completely forlorn. A spider web of cracks spreading across the silver pane, multiplying my sorrow, duplicating my profound pain. Every single angle shows a different fractured view of the terrible moment when I finally lost you. Walking barefoot across the dangerous kitchen tile, navigating the debris of our ruined, broken smile. The crystal vase you threw is scattered everywhere, gleaming maliciously under the hanging chandelier. I pick up a jagged piece, sturdy in the
precariously upon a dangerous rocky ledge. Fragility was a concept we carelessly chose to ignore, smashing our precious trust against the hardwood floor. You cannot glue a ruined mosaic back into its prime. The splinters will remain until the end of time. Walking on shattered glass, cutting our tender feet, leaving a bloody trail down the miserable, lonely street. A million tiny fragments of a promise we broke, choking on the dangerous microscopic silica smoke. Shattered glass, reflecting our catastrophic mistake, realizing exactly how much a human soul can break. I bought a broom to sweep the terrible mess away, but the tiny sparkling diamond stubbornly decide to stay embedded deeply into the carpet, hidden from the eye, waiting to puncture our flesh whenever we walk by. The window pane was smashed by a thrown cobblestone. Now the freezing wind chills me straight to the bone. There is no protective barrier to keep the danger out, just an open wound filled with insecurity and doubt. Fragility was a concept we carelessly chose to ignore, smashing our precious trust against the hardwood floor. Oh, you cannot glue a ruined mosaic back into its prime. The splinters will remain until the end of time. Walking on shattered glass, cutting our tender feet, leaving a bloody trail down a miserable, lonely street. A million tiny fragments of a promise we broke, choking on the dangerous microscopic silica smoke. Shattered glass, reflecting our catastrophic mistake, realizing exactly how much a human soul can break. Until the terrifying reality crashed through the roof. Now we reside inside a jagged, ruined, perilous dome, a terrifying hazard that we used to call our home. Step carefully, feel the sting, bleed a little, sweep the floor. Walking on shattered glass, cutting our tender feet, leaving a bloody trail down a miserable, lonely street. A million tiny fragments, choking on the dangerous microscopic silica smoke. Shattered glass, reflecting our catastrophic mistake, realizing exactly how much a human soul can break. Watch your step, sharp edges, broken pains, careful now. Tracing the jagged lines, mapping out my pale skin, a permanent reminder of the battles I could not win. Every blemish tells a story of a deeply vicious fight, carved by a ruthless needle under fluorescent light. The
surgical thread pulled tight across my broken flesh, trying to weave the torn tissue into a brand new mesh. But the blade cut deeply through the muscle and the vein, leaving a textured road map of excruciating pain. Our wounds are overlapping in a chaotic, messy knot, healing terribly poorly in the sensitive, tender spot. The lacerations bind us in a horrifying, ugly way, a physical museum display in our profound decay. We bear these tangled scars, intricate and profoundly deep, a gallery of nightmares, preventing us from going to sleep. Interlocked trauma, etched forever, like a grim tattoo. I cannot separate my blemishes from the marks on you. Tangled scars, an intertwined labyrinth of old regret, a complicated woven tapestry we can never forget. I wear long sleeves in summer to conceal the wretched shame, bandages wrapping tightly around my fragile, battered frame. But the blood seeps through the cotton, staining it crimson red, exposing the brutal history I desperately want to shed. My fingertips run blindly over the bumpy, uneven terrain, reading the raised braille of your emotional hurricane. No ointment, no magical lotion can erase this brutal brand. We are permanently damaged, walking hand in hand. Our wounds are overlapping in a chaotic, messy knot, healing terribly poorly in the sensitive, tender spot. The lacerations bind us in a horrifying, ugly way, a physical museum display in our profound decay. We bear these tangled scars, intricate and profoundly deep, a gallery of nightmares, preventing us from going to sleep. Interlocked trauma, etched forever, like a grim tattoo. I cannot separate my blemishes from the marks on you. Tangled scars, an intertwined labyrinth of old regret, a complicated woven tapestry we can never forget. Fused together completely at the cellular, fleshy base, inseparable damage that no doctor can ever erase. We are a monstrous creation of surgical mistake, waiting for the final fragile suture to forcefully break. Slice it, bleed out, form a scab, never heal. We bear these tangled scars, high, intricate and profoundly deep, a gallery of nightmares, preventing us from going to sleep. Interlocked trauma, etched forever, like a grim tattoo. I cannot separate my blemishes from the marks on you. Tangled scars, an intertwined labyrinth of old regret, a complicated woven tapestry
we can never forget. Stitches pulled, tissue tears, marked for life, permanent damage.
Sitting by the neon tavern sign, flickering outside, watching amber liquid pour as I swallow my pride. The bartender wipes the counter with a dirty rag, carrying this heavy sorrow in a leather bag. Ice cubes melting slowly in this cylindrical glass, watching blurry strangers and midnight taxis pass. My tab is running high, but my spirit sinks so low. I drank the poison willingly, yet I cannot let you go. Intoxicated vision spinning wildly in my brain, drowning every single thought to tolerate the pain. The bartender yells that it is finally closing time, but I am busy punishing myself for this romantic crime. These are whiskey regrets burning down my throat, sinking like a stone inside a leaking boat. A massive morning headache that will never fade, paying the expensive price for choices that we made. Whiskey regrets stinging on my swollen tongue, a toxic melody that should have never been sung. Empty bottles lined up like soldiers on the shelf. I am picking fights with the demons inside myself, stumbling through the alleyway, tripping on the curb, looking for a magic cure or some medicinal herb. The taxi driver asked me for an avenue or street, but I just stare blankly at the pedals on his feet. My destination vanished when you walked out the door. Now I am just a patron sleeping on the tavern floor. Intoxicated vision spinning wildly in my brain, drowning every single thought to tolerate the pain. The bartender yells that it is finally closing time, but I am busy punishing myself for this romantic crime. These are whiskey regrets burning down my throat, sinking like a stone inside a leaking boat. A massive morning headache that will never fade, paying the expensive price for choices that we made. Whiskey regrets stinging on my swollen tongue, a toxic melody that should have never been sung. They say the liquor helps to sterilize the wound, but it only guarantees my sanity is ruined. The proof is in the bottle, the evidence is clear. I am fermenting all my sadness into liquid fear. Pour it, swallow hard, feel the burn, dizzy mind. Oh, these are whiskey regrets. Oh, romantic melody that should have never been sung. The glass is empty, the bill is paid, staggering home, sobering up. Hollow halls returning, the sound of my regret. Every word I shouted is something I cannot forget. The mirror reflects a stranger with tear-stained eyes, trapped inside a labyrinth of our foolish lies.
Footsteps bouncing off the marble staircase,
searching for a single smile upon your face.
but the house is empty, totally devoid of grace.
Just the ringing vibration of an empty space, reverberating through the canyons of my mind, leaving the sweet illusions completely behind. The sound waves crash against the barricade, revealing the terrible mess that we made. It is a bitter echo ringing in my ear, bringing back the arguments I do not want to hear. The frequency of sorrow amplifying the pain, a sonic reminder that we went insane. A bitter echo playing on a constant loop, pouring salt into the wound, making my shoulders droop.
The grandfather clock ticks like a beating drum, waiting for a peaceful moment that will never come.
I threw my favorite whiskey glass against the door, listening to it shatter across the hardwood floor. The fragments tinkle like a discordant chime. We are out of rhythm, completely out of time. I hum a melody we wrote in our prime, but now it feels like committing a crime, reverberating through the canyons of my mind, leaving the sweet illusions completely behind. The sound waves crash against the barricade, revealing the terrible mess that we made. It is a bitter echo ringing in my ear, bringing back the arguments I do not want to hear. The frequency of sorrow amplifying the pain, a sonic reminder that we went insane. A bitter echo playing on a constant loop, pouring salt into the wound, making my shoulders droop. Are you there? Nobody
frequency fade. Stop the ringing, just silence. I left the vintage bicycle outside during the pouring rain. Now the pedals refuse to turn on the stiff and jammed chain. The beautiful chrome handlebars are covered in an orange crust, transforming our shiny vehicle into a pile of useless dust.
The iron gateway screeches loudly when I
Push it open wide, exposing the junkyard of broken promises sitting right inside.
flakes of brown oxidation fall onto the muddy
Gravel path, the chemical reaction resulting from my terrible stubborn wrath. The moisture in the atmosphere slowly ate away the steel, corroding the foundation, destroying everything we feel.
Neglect is a corrosive acid,
Chewing through the solid plate,
realizing the
structural damage has been discovered too late. This is a rusting love, decaying in the dirty backyard. Trying to salvage the wreckage is incredibly, impossibly hard. We forgot to oil the hinges, we forgot to apply the grease, watching our mechanical connection break piece by piece. Rusting love, an oxidized monument of sheer neglect, a dilapidated structure we completely failed to protect.
I turn the ignition key, but the motor simply will not start. A metaphor for the terrible condition of my hardened heart. The hood is welded shut by years of absolute disregard, parked permanently inside this overgrown,
Miserable yard. The padlock on the cellar door lacks a matching functional key, sealing away the treasure chest of what we used to be.
I scrape the surface with a wire brush,
Trying to find a shine, but the decay goes much deeper than the visible outer line. The moisture in the atmosphere
slowly ate away the steel,
corroding the foundation, destroying everything we feel.
neglect is a corrosive acid,
Chewing through the solid plate, realizing the structural damage has been discovered too late. This is a rusting love, decaying in the dirty backyard. Trying to salvage the wreckage is incredibly, impossibly hard. We forgot to oil the hinges, we forgot to apply the grease, watching our mechanical connection break piece by piece. Rusting love, an oxidized monument of sheer neglect, a dilapidated structure we completely failed to protect.
we once gleamed like polished silver, sitting in the bright sun. But the devastating process of weathering has officially won. No amount of polish can reverse this brutal chemical toll.
We are just metallic scraps, lacking a functional beating soul.
Metal grind, gears lock, dangerously, impossibly hard. We forgot to oil the hinges, we forgot to apply the grease, watching our mechanical connection break piece by piece, rusting love and oxidized monument of sheer neglect, a dilapidated structure we completely failed to protect. Scrape it off, toss it out, scrapyard calls, nothing left, nothing left. Hang a single silver ornament upon the solitary pine, drinking cheap eggnog and pretending I am doing fine. The festive neighborhood is glowing with a radiant display, while I sit in the darkness wishing it would go away.
Shoveling the heavy snowfall from the front porch steps, wiping the icy condensation where my bitter sorrow slept. Quiet voices carry across the freezing midnight breeze, singing joyful carols that bring me straight to my knees. The calendar pages flip toward the dreadful final square, leaving me absolutely breathless, gasping for some air. Every holiday commercial feels like an intentional taunt, a seasonal ghost that will continually come back to haunt. This is a cruel December, stealing every ounce of cheer, the most depressing finale to an absolutely tragic year. Wrapping up my massive heartbreak in a velvet crimson bow, watching our precious memories buried underneath the snow. Cruel December, a winter wonderland of pure despair, leaving me stranded with this holiday grief I cannot bear. The mistletoe is dangling uselessly above the doorway frame, a parasitic little plant whispering your forgotten name.
I tear down the color lights draped across the patio, refusing to participate in this ridiculous happy show. Writing out greeting cards to people I barely even know, faking a cheerful signature to hide the staggering blow. The fireplace stockings hang completely empty on the wall, waiting for a Christmas miracle that will never actually fall. The calendar pages flip toward the dreadful final square, leaving me absolutely breathless, gasping for some air. Every holiday commercial feels like an intentional taunt, a seasonal ghost that will continually come back to haunt. This is a cruel December, stealing every ounce of cheer, the most depressing finale to an absolutely tragic year. despair, leaving me stranded with this holiday grief I cannot bear. Oh. Counting down the seconds until the clock strikes 12, hoping the incoming January will help my spirit heal itself. I pop a cork of cider to bring the devastating midnight in, a solitary celebration of a miserable, lonely spin. Snow falls, bells chime, clock strikes, year end. Snow falls, bells chime, clock strikes. This is a cruel December, stealing every ounce of cheer. The most depressing finale to an absolutely tragic year. Wrapping up my massive heartbreak in a velvet crimson bow, watching our precious memories buried underneath the snow. A cruel December, a winter wonderland of pure despair, leaving me stranded with this holiday grief I cannot bear. Back the tree,